The Season 4 conclusion of Westworld is a classic, convoluted climax that drastically rewrites the future of HBO's sci-fi epic. Here's how it all works. Nobody expected Westworld's Season 4 finale to be a simple affair. But Sira delivers a sequence of mind-boggling turns that reveal the future isn't ours to see. In Westworld Season 4, the humans eventually succumbed. Tessa Thompson's Charlotte Hale, once a clone of Dolores, but now something altogether new, set her eyes on worldwide dominance, ushering in a future where hosts control people instead of humans controlling hosts. But, unlike Hale, who has a worldwide organization, multiple lethal aids, and infinite resources, the humans of Westworld have Bernard. Bernard Lowe, played by Jeffrey Wright, awoke from the sublime with a plan for saving Earth's native species and has been enigmatically putting the pieces in place for this cryptic redemption. By the time the fourth season of Westworld begins, Hale's William Bott has gone wild, encouraging the captive humans to violence. Stubbs assists Caleb and Frankie in their emotional reunion, and Christina is still discovering the truth of her world via Teddy. All in the course of an average Westworld Sunday. Those expecting the good guys to prevail will be disappointed by Westworld's Season 4 finale. Sira puts both man and host in a bind, and as a familiar landscape emerges, a new dawn for both species looms. Here's how Season 4 of Westworld concludes, and how the ending hints at an unexpected Season 5 route. Dolores, played by Evan Rachel Wood, appeared to die at the end of Westworld Season 3 when Rehoboam erased her memories. The actress' reappearance as Christina has given Westworld Season 4 one of its major mysteries, and the complete truth is only revealed in Sira. Dolores Pearl was presumably saved when Rehoboam erased the data within by Charlotte Hale, who hooked the gray artificial brain into the very core of her tower control system. Dolores was transformed into a program within Hale's network, given the name Christina, and transformed into the storyteller, unwittingly crafting narratives for enslaved humanity. Dolores has been living in a computerized simulation of the outside world since the beginning, which is apparently accurate in real time due to the tower's ongoing surveillance. The artificial personas Dolores encountered with Maya, Peter the Stalker, The Disastrous Date, and James Marston's Teddy were all produced by her actual self, implying that Rehoboam's Season 3 wipe wasn't as comprehensive as expected. Dolores left a maze for Christina to follow back toward sentience, with every human contact meant to help her discover answers to existential problems gnawing at the back of her mind. Dolores admits that talking to Teddy helps her think more clearly. The scheme eventually succeeds, and Dolores reawakens. The reappearance of Dolores in the last minutes of Westworld Season 4 graphically verifies her homecoming. This surprising discovery addresses a few lingering story aspects from earlier episodes of Westworld Season 4. Christina discovered a memorial plaque for Peter Myers since the real Peter had died a long time ago, and the version that hounded Christina was really a fabrication of her thoughts. And Charlotte Hale seemed anxious to learn about Christina's date because her pet storyteller should not be seeing anybody at all. Are both humans and hosts extinct after Westworld Season 4? It isn't looking good, Bernard said to Tandu Newton's Maeve. There is no hope of saving the Earth. Everyone in this room is going to die. He wasn't joking in the penultimate episode of Westworld Season 4. William's decree is difficult to reverse, implying that mankind would battle itself to extinction. One of Westworld's favorite lines is "These violent joys have violent endings," and the method of mankind's destruction demonstrates the actual meaning of that sentence. Humans developed a new robotic species, tortured them, overthrew them, and then one of them pressed the big red destroy button. Although the fate of Westworld's hosts is less apparent, the finale of Season 4 strongly suggests they are also wiped out. Bernard had already told Maeve that both species would go extinct, and Dolores concludes the conclusion by proclaiming that sentient life on Earth has come to an end. The first scene of the finale indicates that, despite the host's innate advantage over humans, the sheer quantity of flesh and blood beings is an attack that they can't withstand. It may seem unusual that the host race is taken down by one of its own kind, but this was addressed in Westworld Season 4's 2 William scenario. The human William contended that repopulating the world with hosts would not eliminate humanity's flaws. Witnessing his people's obsession with human cities convinced host William that his counterpart is correct. Their answer is to slaughter both races. The outliers are the only survivors of Westworld's slaughter. Frankie successfully flees the city with the assistance of her father, and William's appeal to violence has little effect on the rebels. Dolores' voiceover explains that these fortunate few escapees live for months or years, but humanity eventually dies out. Westworld Season 4's ending finally reveals Bernard's plan after a whole season of secretive maneuvering. Accessing the tower wasn't about shutting off the system or stopping William. It was about getting a message to Charlotte Hale, freshly revived by her mindless drone hosts. The video forces Hale to realize her dream is now out of reach, and that relying on Dolores to save one tiny part of the world is their only option. On Bernard Lowe's instruction, Hale removes Dolores Pearl from the tower and plugs her into the Sublime, which was helpfully left open by Bernard and Maeve during the previous episode. It remains to be seen how uploading Dolores to the Sublime pulls mankind back from the wilderness. Dolores discusses a test and promises Teddy that she will remember mankind before naming this new game a fight for survival or extinction. Bernard found earlier in Westworld Season 4 that the Sublime is capable of producing whatever the hosts within may envision. Dolores appears to be hoping to utilize the Sublime simulation programming to conduct trials to determine whether humans have a future. Evan Rachel Wood's character reminds us that she knows mankind intimately since she has been watching it for so long. This implies Dolores can truly remember the whole species. As for why Dolores is putting mankind to the test rather than just bringing them back, if humans don't fix their errors, the apocalypse will happen all over again. The test could be intended to avert the same dark future playing out ad nauseum. But what's the point if the people and hosts are already doomed? Even if Dolores passes her exam within the Sublime with flying colors, how does this apply to resurrecting humans in real life? Westworld has yet to explain the fidelity test post-credit sequence from Season 2. And with both hosts and humans wiped off, surely the only path ahead is to implant human minds into artificial bodies. This would explain why Bernard covertly took Frankie's cognitive scan, while Dolores' purposeful use of the term test may be code for fidelity tests. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe and give us a like.